Morning, children. Have you listened to your classes today? I hope you listened, and I'm sure that many of you did not that. It is very clear for me because when I can see how many of you are watching the class. Many of you have not done. I don't know what is the reason for that you find out. Okay, but if you go like this in the examination, you may not be able to write anything. Okay, so yesterday we have seen the activity, the mystery cat. I explained to you what is about, and today and I explained to you then paragraph by paragraph. I hope you have listened and understood what is the class is all about. Okay, so what is mysterious? Mystery means mysterious, which is not clear. It's not, cannot understand at times. So, and I told you also to find out the meanings of the words. If you find it difficult to understand, because it is a poem exact words may not be, the exact meaning may not be joining, but still you will understand what the poet want to communicate through this poem, or what he is trying to narrate or make you to understand. Okay, so we have seen the poem. Yesterday I read it. I explained to you what is all about the content of the poem, and today once again I will read the poem. And you will find out some of the meanings are written, and I will send you other further meanings, because I found that many of you, the other day when I corrected the book, I saw one or two children are taking meanings from the dictionary, because I could see in their notebook. They have written down, which means they are interested in learning. Okay, so they are doing self-study, making use of the dictionary, finding out the meanings and things like that. If unless you understand the meanings of the words, you will not understand what is the content of the lesson. Don't wait everything spoon-fed. You are all grown-up children. 8th standard children should be mature enough to take responsibility of you. Okay, coming back, I don't have time to waste on that, because lessons we are still very back, because I was taking only little, even that we were not able to complete. Okay, now coming back to the lesson, I once again read. Please take your textbook, page number 50 and 51. Okay, 50, the McCavity, the mystery cat. I'll just go through the poem directly. I'll just read and you listen. McCavity is a mystery cat. He is called the hidden paw. Paw means what? I hope you have seen. Paw means the feet or the foot of the animals. Okay. For he is the master criminal who can defy the law. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying Scots' despair. For when they reach the scene of crime, McCavity is not there. McCavity, there is no one like McCavity. He is broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a faker stare. What is levitation, I said? You are able to float in the air. Okay. And when you reach the scene of crime, McCavity is not there. So you understood now? You may seek him in the basement. You may look up in the air. But I tell you, once again, McCavity is not there. So this is what the poet is trying to tell. He is a mystery. He is a mystery. He is not found. He do the crime, but he will not be found anywhere. He will be elsewhere. McCavity is ginger's cat. So what is the meaning of ginger's? McCavity's color is a golden color, no? McCavity is a ginger cat. That's the color of the McCavity. He is tall and thin. So the shape of the color and shape is explained there in the 3rd paragraph. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined with thought. His head is highly domed. His coat is dusty from neglect, his whiskers around uncombered. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is always wide awake. Macavity, there is no one like Macavity, for he is a fine intelligent shape, a monster of depravity. You may meet him by his feet, you may see him in the square. But when a crime is discovered, then Macavity is not there. So this is all about the poem. Okay. Yesterday I read it. I explained you. Today once again I am just reading to you. So the poem is written by T.S. Eliot. Okay. So there are some words meanings I have written on the board. I don't know whether it is clear for you. I will send it the meanings of some of the words for you in the notes, which you can copy down in your notebook. And today we will do the exercise part of that is the working with the poem. That is page number 51. There are the explanation is there. You have to answer the questions or what you have understood. I will explain to you and you can copy down the notes when it is sent for you. Okay. So working with the poem. Please look into your page number. If you have understood the lesson, you will be able to give answer. Okay. The first, read the first stanza and think. Think what you have to think. There are two questions here. What is that? Is Macavity a cat really? Is Macavity a cat really? Yes? What is the answer you give? Macavity is a cunning cat. It is a cunning cat. Okay. Usually, animal is not like the usual animal, like a cat. It's a cunning cat. Okay. Now, second question is, if not, who can Macavity be? If he is not a cat, who can Macavity is? Can you give me an answer? If not a cat, he can be an expert thief or criminal or a mysterious creature. If not an ordinary cat, what is he? He can be an expert thief or a criminal or a mysterious creature. If not an ordinary cat, if you feel, because it is clear understood that he is not an ordinary cat as we have at home. This is a very mysterious one. So that is the answer given to you there. Okay. Now complete the following stanzas. What is that here? A master criminal is one who dash. What is that answer? Evades arrest and escape from the scene of crime. It is very clearly there. Okay. He can escape from the scene of the crime. He is no more there. He do the criminal activity. He do something wrong, mysterious, but he is not found in there. That is the answer. Okay. A master criminal is the one who, the meaning. Master criminal means what is the meaning it is here. Evades arrest. So you will get the notes. Okay. Evades arrest and escape from the scene of crime. Okay, the second one is the Scotland Yard is baffled because. The Scotland Yard is baffled because. What is the answer? It fails to get a clue about the criminal. Even the police and flying squad could not find who is Macavity was. Is not, because they could not find him. That is the. Okay, the third verse, there is one more. Dash because Macavity moves much faster than dumb. Dash because Macavity moves much faster than dumb. What is the answer? Who is faster? Faster than dumb means what? Flying squad is not able to catch or hold him. It's not. Even the flying squad. What is the meaning of flying squad? A group of police force, they will see, go and find out the crime and criminals and things like that. The flying squads is not able to catch or hold of him. Whom? The Macavity, because he he disappears because he has the capacity to levitation. Levitation means flying in the air. That is what we have seen. Is it clear for you? Okay, I will be sending the notes. You can copy down later if you did not understand. But you listen to the class. The third question is, a cat, I am sure, could walk on the cloud because coming through which there is a through Julie's where it's there. Which law of is Macavity breaking in the light of the comment above? What law he is breaking? Yesterday we said the Newton's law of gravitation. What is the question is, a cat I am sure could walk. Yes or no? Cat can walk. Can you see in any fly the cat is just floating in the air? No. So here he says that this cat, particular cat, the Macavity, can break the law of Newton's gravitation. Law of gravitation. Okay. The fourth question is, read the stanzas 3 and then describe Macavity in 2 or 3 sentences of your own. You read the paragraph, that is stanzas 3. What is the stanzas 3 is telling? Macavity is explaining about the color, the shape, about the appearance of the animal, is not? So, you read it and must tell in 3 or 2 3 sentences what is the shape and color of the cat, particular cat. But it says, Macavity is a very cunning and cautious cat. First is very clear. Macavity is very cunning and cautious cat. Then he is tall and thin. Very good. He is tall and thin. What then? His eyes are always sunken in. His eyes are always sunken in, and his forehead is wrinkled with lines. No, wrinkled. Like a small scribbles like that. Then what is that? And his head is dome-like. His head is dome-like. Then his coat is soiled. Then hair on his cheeks is not combed. It's very disordered looks. So this is all about the cat's appearance that is explained in the stanzas 3. Is it clear for you? Then coming to the next paragraph, there is a page number 52. Page number 52, you will find again still. Say true or false for each of the following statement. You must tell whether they are true or false. Is it clear? First one, Macavity is not an ordinary cat. Macavity is not an ordinary cat. Is it true or false? True. Yes, it is not an ordinary cat. This sentence is true. Second one is, Macavity cannot do what a faker can easily. Faker means what? Faker is a magician. Okay, a magician. The Macavity cannot do what a faker can easily do. What is that? The sentence is correct or false? True or true? Macavity cannot do what a faker can easily do. Sentence is false, because even the faker failed, is it not? Even the magicians have failed before this Macavity. That sentence is he can. Macavity can do, not cannot do. The sentence is false. Third sentence is, Macavity has supernatural powers. Macavity has supernatural power. What is the supernatural power? How you got the supernatural power? Anybody? What is supernatural? Because beyond the understanding, beyond that, there is not an ordinary supernatural power, very intelligent way, very cunning way. Because we are, for example, floating, appearing, disappearing, which you cannot do. If you are here only, but you cannot be other place. It's not. So some people are having that supernatural capacity of bilocation. You can see him here as well as elsewhere. So this particular cat, he is able to hear. That is supernatural gift which is in him is a levitation. That is, he is floating in the air. So here he says that Macavity has supernatural powers. Sentence is right or wrong? Sentence is true. It has got a supernatural power. The fourth sentence it is, Macavity is well dressed, smart and bright. Is Macavity well dressed? Are you sure? No, it is not well dressed. But it says the descendant did not comb the hair. The dress is full of dusty. So it's not a sentence is right or wrong. It's a false sentence. Okay. The last one, the fifth sentence is, Macavity is a spy, a trickster, and a criminal all rolled in one. Macavity is a spy, a tricker and a criminal, and all rolled in one. Is it true? Yes. That sentence is true about Macavity. He is a very tricker, very cunning. Is it not? He is very cunning and is a criminal. That is what the poet is trying to tell. Is it clear for you? So that sentences, first sentence is true, second sentence false, third sentence is true, fourth sentence false, and last sentence is true. This alternative way. You read the lesson, then only you will be able to learn. Depend on me what I am telling. You must be able to understand the lesson. Now coming back to the sixth question, page number 52. The question is, having read the poem, try to guess whether the poet is fond of cats. So what is your answers you have to give? Is it not? Having read the poem, try to guess. Guess means imagine whether the poet is fond of the cat means if the cat is liked by is the poet like the cats generally. If so, why does he call Miss Macavity a fine and monster? If you find out whether the poet is fond of cat. If so, if he is fond of means liked by. If he liked the cat, then why he called a fine and monster? Monster means creature. Any creature. Okay. So how about the answer you will give? Do you think the poet is happy with the poet admires the cat for his swift movement. Okay. The poet admires the swift move. Swift means fast movement of the cat and expert criminality and the way he gives a slip to the police. He is admiring the cat, the activity of the cat is very cleverly, cunning way, he is able to do things very fast, he is admiring. But he is a lawbreaker at the same time. Who is a lawbreaker? Macavity is a lawbreaker at the same. So the poet calls him a devil and giant. So he is calling us a devil. Why he doesn't obey the rules and regulations? Everybody have to follow the rules and even animals is not. So he is telling he breaks the rules and regulations. He doesn't follow the law. Therefore, the poet is calling him a devil and a giant. But he appreciates the quickness, the cunningness, the fast movement, the activity of the. But what he doesn't like is he is not obliged, he is not obeying the rules and regulations. That is why we call him as a giant. So how in your life when you are angry with that, you call all kinds of names, is it not? But you like, maybe sometimes your own pet, your pet doesn't obey you will scold him, is it not? So like that, this particular poet is speaking maybe about the cat. The last seventh question is, has the poet used exaggeration for the special effort? Has the poet used exaggeration? Exaggeration means praising, so much more creative, more than what the cat is he using any exaggeration or special effect? Find a few examples of it and read those lines aloud. So you must see if the poet is using any exaggeration. Exaggeration means something more than what is normal. Exaggerating and telling. Some people are able to tell the exaggerate things. Maybe small things, but they will create it much more bigger than that. Exaggerating and making it a big stroke of it. So here you think the poet is exaggerating and find out the examples from there. Can you tell me? Yeah, the following statements are examples of exaggeration. Okay, what are they? He is a bafflement of Scotland Yard, he says. He is a bafflement of Scotland Yard. Scotland Yard is a place of the police forces play. Okay, he is bafflement. He is disobedient, very bafflement of Scotland Yard. Then flying Scots despair. The flying, he fails the flying Scots. Then his power of levitation. All this is exaggeration. You think that a cat can do all these things? This is all the exaggeration of the poet. Is it not? Then a fine and feline shape, that is the shape of the fine and feline shape, and a monster of depravity. So all these are some of the exaggerating of about the poet. Yes, about a particular cat by the poet. Is it clear? Poet like the cat, he is really appreciating the movement and he is exaggerating some of the activities of the cat, and the cat is so cunning, and finally he calls he is not a normal one, he is an exaggerated one. This is the way the poet is telling about the cat called Macavity. Is it clear for you? I hope you have understood something from the lesson. So you will be getting the notes. Okay, I will send you some of the words, meanings that is maybe find difficult for you, and I also send these notes for you, and you can copy down in the class. Is it clear? And read the lesson, children. Whatever lesson is there, you read it and understand. Only see, for example, your exams will not be directly the questions that is behind the question book, where the what is called the exercise given to you. Unless you read the passages, unless you read the textbook, you will not be able to write the answers. Such a questions hereafter you will be getting. Okay, not direct questions like the exercise that is given behind your lesson. Or after the lesson there is exercises, no? This is so direct again because sister is giving all the answers. But what is asked, it will not be given to you. Unless that's why we are asking you to read the textbook, read the lessons, read the what is it is a poem, read the poem. If it is a textbook, read it, understand it, and if you find it difficult and hard words, find the meanings from the dictionary or ask doubts. This is the things that you must do. Only then you will be able to pick up the language. You have to learn language. English is not only to learn lessons, but your language capacity has to be improved. When you use the language, when you speak the language, when you write the language of your own, then it is clear that you are able to understand English well. So learn whatever is given. Is it clear for you? So that is only my advice. And there are some additional questions which I give you, but I may not give you the answers. Some questions I give you, but you write your own answers so that I can understand what you understood from the lessons. Is it clear for you? Then, can you tell me what moral that you can get from this lesson? Yes, what moral you learned from this lesson? What that is that you have to? Maybe something, but each person may be different. Everything may not be the correct. What I understand, what you may not understand. But what do you understand? Right. What is the moral of this poem? What that the moral teaches us you? Okay. So here think the ordinary cat. It's not. It's a cat, but the poet is exaggerating so many things that the cat does. So in our own life, we should make use of the gifts and talents that God has given to us in the maximum way, not minimum way. Try the best that you can do. Even in your studies, in your any other talents that you realize in you, maybe in your studies, maybe a singing, maybe a dancing, maybe speech, all that things, whatever you realize that you have got that capacity, learn to develop it. Don't think, oh, this is enough, I am satisfied with the minimum. No, children, you are all with full of life. Lot of capacities are within in you. See, when you look at, you take the seed, no? Maybe grow. Beans seed is small thing, is it not? Or mustard seed is a small thing, is it not? But the capacity inside that seed is it can grow into a shrub, is it not? It can we grow into plants. But can you see a seed is grow? No. You have to take because it has the capacity. The seed has the capacity to grow into a plant or a big tree. Yes or no? You are saying that each one of you have got. That is the capacity is within you. You have to realize the circumstances, the situations, the opportunity that you get. Develop that. Nobody can do that. Only you can do that. We can only support you. We can only give you some suggestions and things like that. It is you who have to realize the capacity within you. That's what I understand. So, the capacity that is within you, you must realize and develop that and grow into a best person, the better person for the society and for you at the large. Is it clear? So, see you. I hope you have understood. I will be sending these notes, what is called the poem, the meanings and things like that. I will be sending for you. You can even copy down. There are some words meanings I have given. I don't think it is exactly here, but I will be sending the notes for you. You can copy down. Okay, see you. Thank you. All the best.